So again, head coach Steve Shumbrace for the Knights. Head coach for North Pocono is Greg Dolan. The Knights were 6-5 last year, so they're looking to improve upon that. I think they had higher hopes for that, and they certainly want to come out strong this year. Again, they'd be thrilled with 5 wins to start the season now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you say that. You have to remember, too, a lot of times your first game of the season, there's always going to be it's usually a little sloppy, right? You have the cramping going on. Is the conditioning there? Obviously, you've practiced, but it's very, very difficult to mimic game speed. But usually after the first game, not that you want to lose, but regardless of what happens, you have more games to kind of come back on, and you have time to improve. I mean, you lose one game, you have 4 games left in the season. So as every game obviously matters, but even more this year, it'll be interesting to see, which team could stay sharp, which team could execute their plays, and which team could really come away with a victory tonight.
Yeah, there's no turnaround time to get back into midseason form or anything like that. They got to come out firing. So, again, the Knights are on the sideline warming up. It looks like Arvell Chandler, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 12, Arvell Chandler. And we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem. Again, so that brings us even closer to kickoff tonight.
Yeah, and at this point, like you said, you could tell they are ready to get this thing going. Everybody's out there. They're loosening up. When I came down, Adam, I think it was Metallica was bumping in the stadium. Everyone was getting revved up. The time is now. The wait's been a longer wait than usual for football, but we are finally here. Everyone is ready to get out there and get after it, and hopefully we'll have a good football game tonight, and we'll see how the Knights can do.
And one thing we mentioned the hoops that the Scranton High School administration as well as the Scranton School District administration had to jump through to make sure this season was able to happen. But also, day in and day out, these student athletes, do what they need to do. They come early to get pre-screened before they take the field. They meet the trainer early. They meet their coaches to go through that pre-screening checklist and everything like that. And I know Sammy was interviewed in the paper and talked about having to do everything right to make sure they got this season in. So this is kind of certainly a reward for them as they get to take the field with their teammates.
Right, and it's admirable of them that they didn't know back in August or even early September. They didn't know if they were going to have a season, but again, they're still able to kind of stick with it, try to stay conditioned, and just be prepared to come out and play.
Yeah, we're going to throw it down to Kevin right here before kickoff. See that field level view.
You guys were talking about how with no spectators before the game. Well, let me tell you, that's not affecting Scranton's energy so far. You said you could hear them up there. They were fired up down here. And one guy who's particularly fired up is Rodrigo Salazar. Missed last season, both most of last season with a knee injury. Lost his track season because of the coronavirus pandemic in the spring. He's back to return the kick, and he's ready to go this season.
So there we go. Keep an eye on Rodrigo Salazar as North Pocono will kick off to start the game.
Well, Adam, buckle up, baby, because it's about to go down. And a booming kick going to go right out of the end zone. That's a great kick from North Pocono. They'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line, and that is where the Knights will start their first drive of the 2020 high school football season.
So another player to watch, Devin Chalette. Coaches are really expecting a lot from him, one of the running backs for the Knights. So we'll see what they do offensively, but Scranton is hyped. They're looking, I'm sure they're thrilled to get the ball first, to want to do something with it. As we are underway, they're going to be going to the south end zone.
Yeah, and I'm thrilled. I love that they're coming out on offense. I always think Scranton, they have a great offense. They're always very fast, it's just I feel like it's a high-flying offense. So we'll see what they have going on as they're going to start right from the shotgun tonight. And it looks like we're going to start with a quarterback keeper to the right. Out across the 20 to the 22-yard line is Arvil Chandler, the junior quarterback, and he's able to pick up a handful of yards and set up a 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
Yeah, and that's what Arvil is definitely going to bring for you, is that athletic quarterback. He got out there around the corner quickly, looked like he was going to be sealed off, but was able to tuck it, turn it upfield for 2+ yards as we are just underway.
So Chandler, again, will set up in the shotgun formation. He's got a back to his left. He'll take a man in motion, and he's going to throw. Chandler going to throw a quick comeback, complete on the left side, right around the 27-yard line. That's another 5 yards, and it's going to set up a 3rd and 3.
I think that was Sammy Jones out there on the far side. It sets up a very manageable 3rd down. Again, they're looking to extend this. Will Walsh subs in for Scranton, runs into play.
And we told you, Sammy Jones, he was going to be big tonight. 2nd play of the game. He's already got his hands on the ball. So here we go. 3rd down for the Knights. See if they can convert on their first drive. And once again, we are throwing the ball. They're going to throw to the sideline, and that pass is going to be intercepted by the Trojans. That was Dan Smith, the junior cornerback. And he has a huge, huge play for the Trojans defensively. Turn the ball right over, and it is now 1st and 10 from the Scranton Knight 34-yard line.
Yeah, and it was just a little bit underthrown. Again, intended target there, Sam Jones, kind of turned it upfield, and the ball just fell a little bit short, and Dan Smith was able to come back to it, makes a good catch at the 34-yard line. So North Pocono quickly turns the tide.
So here we go. Now North Pocono going to set up to throw. Nothing going downfield. The quarterback is going to move to his right, and he's going to throw. I think that is an incomplete pass. That was William Soma, the junior quarterback for the Trojans, and Soma is unable to find anything, so it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Trojans.
Yeah, and there's great pursuit off the line there. I believe it was number 63, if I'm not mistaken, that was able to break off his blocker and get out there and make sure to seal off that end, and did force that incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 as we are just at 11 minutes left in this first quarter.
Soma now will work under center. This time he's going to hand off to his running back, Sam Smith. And Smith still on his feet across the 25-yard line. He does have a 1st down for the Trojans.
So a nice run there. Had some contact right at the line of scrimmage, but was able to fight through it and gets a good 1st down for North Pocono. Now inside the 25.
Okay, once again, Soma under center. He does have Smith in the backfield. Looks like they went with a hard count, and the Knights definitely moved defensively. I'm not sure if there was any movement to draw them off. I don't believe it was. Yeah, this is an encroachment penalty, so it's going to be a free 5 yards for North Pocono, and it'll be a 1st and 5. Knights kind of shoot themselves in the foot here early with the interception, and now the penalty. Again, 1st and 5, North Pocono in the red zone.
Yeah, so not how Scranton looked to start defensively with a good run there and then giving up a penalty to let them inside the 20.
Okay, this is a handoff to Smith, a little off tackle to his left. He's able to dodge a tackler and spin across the 15-yard line. Tackle just shy of the line to gain. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Nice tackle there from number 26. Charlie Thompson was able to trip him up, and he does go down, but gets a couple yards out of it.
Yeah, Smith is a hard runner. He's their senior running back at 5'10", 180. He's just a massive guy, and he's quick too. He is tough to bring down. He's elusive and strong, Adam.
Both.
Some might say Strelusive. What?
Are those some you?
I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Soma going to come back under center. This time he'll fake to Smith and roll to his right. He's looking into the end zone, and he is going to throw. That pass is going to fall incomplete. Scranton did a really, really nice job. They were trying to hit Ryan Dolphin in the back right corner of the end zone, but Scranton did have that covered well, and it'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looked like North Pocono was going to have a shot, a lot of green space, but like you said, it was covered well. There was man coverage out there, and then looked like the safety kind of peeled off to just fill in some of that area in case anybody broke out that way. And they are able to force a 3rd down. Again, probably 4-down territory unless you look to strike first with a field goal, but we'll see if Scranton can stop them here.
And this will be a sneak up the middle from Soma. He doesn't get much, but it looks like he does have enough for the 1st down.
It looks like it's right at the marker.
Yeah, and they are going to signal 1st down. So it is now 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 13-yard line. Again, the Trojans are moving. They're threatening Scranton early in the game. And we don't even have to say how much time is left in the quarter. We have a clock this year. We have it going on this year.
Yeah. That couple weeks, I guess, really got everything together because we got cameras up here. I got a computer in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at a blue background, but I could use it if I wanted to.
Here comes Soma. He's going to be under center. He's got an offset I backfield. It does look like North Pocono, someone on the line flinched, so they're going to go back 5 yards, which is good news for Scranton here. It'll help them out a little bit. It'll be 1st and 15 now. Ball's going to go back to the 18-yard line of Scranton.
So they end up getting that 5 yards back from earlier. Makes it more difficult for North Pocono, but still inside the red zone. North Pocono with the best opportunity so far. Again, Scranton's defense trying to make sure they make this stop.
Yeah, defensively for the Knights here, this is a very big play. You don't want to give up anything. A 2nd and 15 is very, very tough. You don't want to make it easy on them and give a big chunk play. So this will be a run and a nice hole and a nice cutback lane for Sam Smith. And Smith able to pick up a handful. Looks like 10-yard gain on the play. He's now inside the 10, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, like you said, there was a great hole from the North Pocono line there. Created that for Smith, and he was able to get through it quickly. Scranton closed it quickly, but he had such a head of steam that he was able to drag them for about 11, 2nd and 4.
And Smith having a nice game so far offensively. He looks, I don't want to say unstoppable, but he seems to be picking up chunks each time he has the ball. And this will be another gift to him. Great penetration from the Scranton defensive line there. Smith tries to cut back, but nowhere to go. They're going to tackle him for a loss. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 6 now for the Trojans.
Yeah, I think Rodrigo Salazar, who Kevin mentioned earlier, was one of the first guys there, was able to turn him back. Looks like it is going to be a loss. And you said it. He was running downhill towards that end zone. It seemed like at will, and that time Scranton really stepped up, got in there, closed that gap, and was able to stop him right at the line of scrimmage or a little bit behind it.
And watch this play here. I think if Scranton's able to stop them and they don't give up too much, well, the ball does come out, but they are going to call that a touchdown. So that was complete to number 11, Ryan Dolphin, on a quick comeback. Dolphin makes the catch, turns, gets inside the pylon, and he's able to score the first touchdown of the season here at Penn Fed Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium, and the Trojans now lead the Knights 6-0.
Yeah, so that was, again, they kind of lulled them to sleep with those runs up the middle with Sam Smith, and then a quick throw out to the side and dove over the end zone for Dolphin. Was able to just get it through before that ball knocked loose.
Oof. And that is Jordan Carr, number 99 for North Pocono, their kicker. And is a false start, so they are going to back it up. I don't know if anybody, if we caught that, but the kick was blocked. That being said, the false start really negates anything, so Jordan Carr is going to have another shot at it. And Carr has it blocked again. The Knights able to get back. block the field goal. The play is going to be blown dead. So the Knights with a tough start to the game with the interception, and then they give up the touchdown. But a bright spot, and I do think they were able to get themselves a little bit of momentum blocking that extra point. It is 6-0.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing for the Knights there. You talked about momentum, and to give up, first of all, an interception that North Pocono quickly scores on. Well, now Scranton retakes some of that, as you said, not only one but two extra point attempts are blocked.
And I don't know about you, but I would flinch a little bit getting that ball kicked at me like that. You know, you put your hands up there, you never know, you might jam your finger at them.
Yeah, I think
And you know me, I'm not as tough as most of these kids, so I wouldn't do well with a jammed finger.
Yeah, I mean, we're well aware. You complain about the strap of the mask behind your ears hurting, so I can
It
only
does.
imagine.
I'm getting pads next week for my mask pads.
So again, here Scranton will have a second opportunity after 4 minutes and 34 seconds in. North Pocono does score, so kicking off again is Jordan Carr.
And Carr showed us his foot on the opening kickoff. It was a good one, and this one, Scranton's going to get a chance to return here as they now have it across the 30 and a little bit of a seam. That's a nice return from Nasir Green of Scranton, and he's able to get kind of revved up, and you could tell he was excited. He wanted that ball. He knew what he wanted to do with it, and he gets the ball out across the 35 to the 36-yard line, and this is where Scranton will start their second drive.
Yeah, took a nice bounce right into his chest, and he immediately got up to full speed, got out to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Knights. So already better position than they were able to get after a couple plays earlier. This is just a couple yards ahead of where they turned that ball over.
And we'll see if the Knights try to run the ball here. They didn't do one play to any running back on their first drive, and that is what you're going to see here. So the first run of the night for the Knights, and that was, I believe, I don't know who that was. But it's a 2-yard gain anyway on the ground for the Knights.
That was Charlie Thompson.
Charlie Thompson returning, and that's his first touch of the night, able to pick up 2 yards and to be 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
I'll tell you what, Kevin McConnell already looking for a raise down there, coming in clutch.
Okay, so Chandler will work out of the shotgun here. Going to take a snap. This is another give to Thompson. Thompson makes 2 guys miss, dancing around the backfield. He's still on his feet. But going the wrong way. Again, a great effort by Thompson, but just not much doing there, and he's going to lose a couple yards.
Yeah, huge effort from Thompson, trying to spin free there, just unable to escape that tough defense from North Pocono. There is a late flag in the play. It looked like there was a little bit of shoving going on away from the ball.
We'll see what happens with this. The North Pocono coaches don't look thrilled as they're both on the field here. But this is against Scranton. They're going to decline it, and it is 3rd down. So whatever it was, it was against Scranton. It'll be 3rd and 11, it looks like now. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. And Chandler again will work out of the gun. And this will be a run now. This is Thompson once again. Thompson doing what he could. He's definitely running hard, but just he's got nowhere to go. He's getting attacked all over the place. He's able to pick up what looks like 5 yards, but 4th down and 7 yards from your own 40-yard line is not a go-for-it situation here, and the Knights are going to be forced to punt and give the ball back to North Pocono once again.
Yeah, so that was the best look that he got initially, but just unable to get it outside far enough. He came back to this near sideline, but was unable to get to that corner and spring free, so does bring up a 4th down, and Scranton's going to punt.
And returning the kick for North Pocono is number 3, Kevin Lashinsky, but he is not going to have the opportunity to as this ball's kind of punted up in the air. Looks like it goes out of bounds right at about the 46-yard line. So North Pocono will take over with pretty good field position Again, they're on their own side of the 50, but they don't have too far to go to flip that field. We'll see if the Trojans can come back down and really have another powerful offensive drive. Again, if I'm Scranton, I'm keying in on Sam Smith. He's the one that really hurt us last time. He really had his way with the defense running the ball. We'll see if they can stop him this time.
So again, we talk, usually some of these things are ironed out by the October, but now with this being the first game, we're still seeing some of those just Scranton jumping off sides, and the encroachment penalty moves it 5 yards closer. Now North Pocono does flip, and they're on Scranton's side of the field, 1st and 5.
Yeah, and the Trojans clearly had a plan. That's the second time they win hard count tonight, and both times have worked well. So this will be a bootleg. Back to pass. He's moving now to his left. He does have some room to run. Gets outside, gets across the 40, finally pushed out of bounds. Soma again shows you what he can do with his feet. Boy, I tell you what, they've tried to throw the ball a lot tonight. Soma has not had the opportunity to throw. The Knights doing well in the secondary with coverage, but really they're still giving up the room, not unable to bring Soma down, and he gets a handful of yards.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to pin him back there. He was surrounded by a couple different guys, but the blockers really locked in, and he was able to spring it just wide enough to get some yards. And again, North Pocono immediately takes it inside the 40.
So Soma will hand off to the fullback tonight. That's Corey Isley, and that is his first touch of the night. And the 5'10", 190-pound junior able to pick up 4 yards for the Trojans, set up a 2nd and 6, spotted at the 34-yard line.
Guys, let me tell you down here, North Pocono, some big offensive line, just trying to establish that run. Number 78, Steinruck, 6'6", 330-pound tackle down here. He looks like a monster out here right now.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I definitely wouldn't want to be lined up across from him. That being said, though, Kevin, I think you could take him.
Not end well.
And here we go. Soma's going to throw, and that pass is going to be complete to his right to Colin Lashinsky. And Lashinsky does have a first down for the Trojans as he's pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line of the Knights.
So a quick pass there got out to the sideline as we're under 5 minutes, and North Pocono is once again right inside the 25-yard line. Pressure there from Arvell Chandler, was able to get into the backfield. But again, Soma released the ball so quickly that by the time he was, the ball was already over on the far sideline.
So Soma will work under center here. He's got an offset I backfield, and this will be a counter to Smith. And Smith moving to his right, gets right through the line. And Smith will have another North Pocono Trojan touchdown. There are no flags on the field. That one is going to stand. And the Trojans now up 12-0, pending an extra point.
And that was a nice run. We've seen it several times tonight, but obviously that's his first for a touchdown. And from 24 yards out, he's able to pop free of a couple tackles or would-be tackles, and it finds pay dirt.
Now we'll see the Knights really, twice in a row have blocked this extra point. We'll see if North Pocono has made any kind of adjustments. And this one is good. Again, someone did come through for Scranton again, but unable to get a finger on that, and the Trojans are going to make it 13-0 early on in this opening night here at Penn Fed Field.
Guys, let me tell you, number 14, Sam Smith, who just scored the touchdown. He's a shifty little runner down here. I think I counted 3 touchbacks on the way to that. 3 cutbacks, on the way to that, to pay dirt there.
Yeah, that's what I agree. It looked like that from here. Faked inside, then popped right back outside. Saquon Barkley-esque, if you will.
Wow.
Like cut-wise, not at that level, but I love that little fake one way, and then immediately it's almost as if his legs just popped him out a little bit wider, and he's able to cut that back up inside. A nice run from Sam Smith, and North Pocono's offense certainly looks like it's in mid-season form.
And if you're Coach Shumbrays here, you just tell your guys there's a lot of game left. Don't be discouraged by the scoreboard. Lots of game left.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. And really, it is early. You could tell, again, you look at the guys back to return this ball, and they cannot wait to get their hands on the ball to kind of get upfield. So don't count the Knights out just yet.
Yeah, and there's a lot of parts they had to replace. Kylo White was such an important part of their team last year. That shot caller at the quarterback position, first full game. So we'll see as they settle in where it goes from here.
So this one will be returned by Scranton out across the 20 to the 25, still on his feet almost to the 30-yard line. And that was Thompson, I believe. And Charlie Thompson able to give the Knights a nice start. Looked like a little firecracker come down. Hopefully he can get them motivated and they can get something going offensively.
Yeah, again, a good return there. Got out to the 30-yard line. So whenever you could take it from the 30 or further, it's a great head start for the offense. So we'll see if they could get the wheels turning.
And the Knights will throw the ball. This time that pass is going to be complete on the left sideline. Adam, I didn't see who caught it. Is it my man Sammy Jones? Sam Smith?
And Sammy Jones down here.
Sammy Jones going to make the play and give the Knights their first down of the night.
And Arvell looked much more comfortable rolling out that way and throwing the ball. Quick little throw in there. Sam got it, turned it upfield, and a big first down for the Knights as we are under 4 minutes, 1st and 10 from the 41.
Chandler will work out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. And this will be a run up the middle here. This isn't Thompson. This is Nasir Green. And Green with a nice run. And you could tell, boy, Green loves having the ball in his hands. Green is definitely a shifty runner, and he's going to be a big playmaker for the Knights. Yeah. Knights will get right back on the ball. Chandler goes under center. This time they're going to run a sneak. And Chandler is going to get it. Looks like he's right at the line to gain, but I think they are going to give him the first down where they are. They're going to call that a first down, and the Knights are rolling for the first time they get the ball into Trojan territory.
Yeah, and Nasir Green there on that first run, that was the first time we really saw them get any significant yards against this North Pocono defensive line. So that's big. And it's the first time Scranton's been able to push into North Pocono side of the field with that 2-yard run from Chandler.
So here comes Chandler. He'll work out of the gun. Again, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. We'll bring a man in motion. Watch for a little counter run here. That's what we do have. This is Thompson. Oh, and Thompson loses the ball. But it looks like
Sammy, right?
Yeah, heads up play by Sam Jones, able to hop on that ball and save it. Boy, that would have been a killer. Scranton definitely has something going offensively now.
Yeah, Lashinsky was right there for North Pocono as well, but Sam Jones just a touch faster and is able to dive on it and keep it for the Knights as they now have 2nd and 3 from the 42-yard line.
I'm going to tell you this, looking right now, Sammy Jones is ready to make a play. If I'm calling the plays, I'm going deep. There he is, lined up to the left. And here we go. Arvell is going to move to his left. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run across. He will get himself a first down. So another healthy game for the Knights, another first down. They are moving.
Yeah, so nice little play there. Sam did go deep.
I was kind of hoping Chandler turned it loose there.
Yeah, but he just turned it upfield instead, got that corner, and resets that down marker. 1st and 10 from the 38.
And here's the deal. Chandler, that's a smart thing to do. You have the yards in front of you, you take the play. Me, I screw up a lot, but I like to throw it deep at him. And here comes Thompson on the give. Thompson is running hard tonight. It doesn't look like he has anything going, but somehow he just keeps moving, keeps going forward. And that's a 9-yard run for the Knights.
That's a great run. Just a hard-nosed run, lowered his head and just drove through that defensive line. Great gain for Thompson.
Knights going to get right back on the ball. Last time they did a sneak here, it looked like they tried to get the Trojans to jump off there with the hard count. Trojans did not move, so they're going to call the play from the sideline. Looked like they're going to shift the set, and we'll see what they run here. And this is going to be a counter, little end around to Devin Shillette. And Shillette is still on his feet. The kid won't go down, but he definitely went the wrong way there. It looks like he's going to lose a handful of yards and bring the ball back to the 35-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been blown dead a little earlier than that. It looked like he was stopped right around the line of scrimmage, but then apparently broke free, tried to come back this way a little bit, and was tackled after a loss of about 4 yards, as we are under a minute here in the first quarter at Penn Fed Field.
Thompson going to check out. Green will check back in.
So again, 3rd and about 7.
Here comes Chandler. Will work out of the gun. And he's going to move to his right here. He will throw to his right, and that pass is going to be complete to Jones. And Jones does have enough for the first down. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That is what a senior receiver can do for you. Jones got exactly where he needed to go. He got pushed out right at the marker, but he knew where the sticks were, made sure his route got there, and did get the first down for the Knights. That's a great job by Sammy Jones.
Yeah, and a nice throw from Arvell Chandler. But when you know your receiver is going to run the route perfectly like that and be turning around as the ball gets there, that's what you can do. So they are able to move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Again, 17 seconds.
Chandler takes the snap. This will be a run up the middle to Thompson. Didn't like going that way. He's going to cut it back. Pick up a handful there. Not really a handful, maybe like a couple. Again, he's running hard, and it's just like he has nowhere to go. He's making 3 or 4 guys miss, but then as soon as he gets them off of him, he's got a bunch of guys on him again.
And that is the end of the first quarter, and we're going to throw it down to Kevin McConaughey on the sideline here at Penn Fed Field.
Hey guys, I'm here with 2020 Miss Knight, Salima Pearson. And Salima, we never thought we'd be here tonight a lot. Back in a couple months ago, it didn't look like the season was going to happen. How does it feel to be out here cheering tonight?
Amazing.
I bet. Now, it's a little bit different this year with not a lot of fans in the stands. You're used to a big student section here. We can't have that this year. How do you guys keep the energy up, especially at practices during the whole week?
Just being happy to be here is a blessing, and cheering on our team and see our boys play.
Full season. You guys ready? Are you guys ready to go for the whole time?
Yeah.
Thank you, Salima. Salima Pearson, everybody, back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Again, I think the coach took her spot, so she might be stuck out, odd man out for this particular cheer, but she's back in it. So, and I know the question is there from home, are they pumping crowd noise into the stadium? And that's a no. It's actually the cheerleaders down here on the sideline. All that yelling is them. So they're just as excited to be here as the football players are, as you heard there from Salima, 2020's Miss Knight.
Yeah, you got to give it to the cheerleaders, and you got to give a shout out to their coach down there, Chrissy Hauser. She's down there cheering with them. She's getting it going. She does a great job with them, and the cheerleaders look like they're having fun, and they're keeping it rolling tonight. It's absolutely still loud here. I mean, like we said, there's not. I think Kevin alluded to this. There's really not a lot of fans at all, but there's still an atmosphere. It's still loud. Cheerleaders doing a great job, and the band.
Yeah, it is It's very surreal to look at that far set of bleachers, though, and there's, I think, 2 guys right now and that's it. Kind of looks like 6 with how the shadows are sitting, so we'll take it. Triple the attendance because of it. So, again, Scranton now flips the field. They're going toward the north end zone. Chandler at quarterback.
Chandler will work out of the gun. Here we go for the first play of the second quarter. It'll be a 2nd and 9 play for the Knights. Chandler going to throw a sweep to Charlie Thompson. And Thompson, again, able to make the first guy miss, but just cannot get away. He's going to lose a couple yards, and it'll be 3rd down and long for the Knights from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and that was just good defense from North Pocono. They really just covered it and slid out to cover that space. Thompson had nowhere to go. Looked like it might have spark something, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, again, from the 27-yard line.
Dr. Jordan isn't happy with us tonight.
Yeah, he says we're not being funny enough.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes you just have to be professional, Dr.
Yeah.
Jordan. Not that you would know anything about that.
Yeah, sorry, we're professionals.
I was actually thinking it's kind of stressful because there's not a lot of people here tonight, so you'd have to assume that there's more people than usual watching, more than our usual 4 family members that watch us. So it is a little stressful. I'm hoping that at least, we have a little bit more than 50% of the TVs not muted at this point. We'll see how that goes. I do think Kevin does a lot to help us out, though.
Yeah. And I mean, once you put a blazer on, it just automatically brings up the production value.
No, I'm giving Kevin a lot of props. He looks good.
Yeah.
He makes us look, well, not that we take a lot to look terrible, but he really does put us in the gutter. Kevin does.
Guys, I've actually gotten 2 texts about the blazer tonight, so I think it was a good choice to go with.
Yeah, you think I'm kidding?
Both positive texts, Kevin?
Yeah, positive text. One of them was you look good, like the blazer. I was like, wow, didn't you know it was going to cause that big a deal here?
Well,
listen,
listen, that could be the new trending thing. We'll have to check Twitter later tonight and see if the navy blue blazer is trending.
Kevin, I'm also going to need you to return my blazer that you borrowed before the game. So that,
maybe next week we'll throw on a tie for the Bell game.
Yeah, I like it.
So here we go. Big 3rd down now for the Knights. They did have a lot going offensively here. This is their best drive of the night. They definitely want to get something out of this. Probably 4 down zone from where they're at. So they could think about cutting the play in half. Cutting the line to gain in half. And this will be a pass. Chandler moves to his right. He's under pressure. Chandler able to make the first guy miss, but he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and long now from the Knights. Again, the ball is spotted at the 27-yard line for Scranton. This will be a long, long field goal. Have to assume that they're not going to kick it, probably going to go for it. We'll see what they decide to do here on 4th and long.
And their offense was firing on all cylinders, but then that break kind of let North Pocono jump back into it. A couple big stops from North Pocono. Most recently, that stop of Arvell Chandler as he tried to cut it upfield. Again, was able to get free of one guy, but everybody pursued him over there. 4th and 11.
So here comes Chandler. He will work out of the shotgun. He is back to pass. Going to step up. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. He does have a guy. The ball does not get there. Does fall to the ground. Looked like a big collision in the secondary for the Trojans, but the ball does hit the ground and it'll be a turnover on downs. And I think the Trojans, they're lucky. Both men were going to go up, try to make an interception, which obviously you want to make the play. But on 4th down, Adam, you got to bat that down, right?
Yep.
Guys, it looked like Colin Kaczynski for North Pocono had an interception. He actually collided with William Soma, which caused the fall of the turf down here.
Yeah, and that might have been one of those things where they got so excited in the first game they want to get that interception, but it might have been the best thing that it was able to fall to the turf as they now have 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
So this is a big, big defensive series here for Scranton as we see another run from Sam Smith. They really have had zero answer for the Trojan offense tonight as they were able to kind of score and really kind of make it look easy. Again, as we said, Sam Smith is really running all over the place tonight. So game not out of hand. It's 13-0. Scranton could still get back in it. You know, they had a nice surge offensively on that last drive. So they get a stop here, and they absolutely can get themselves back in the game. But you definitely don't want to go down by 3 scores this early.
Yeah, and this is the longest field that North Pocono is going to face so far tonight. So if they're going to stop them, this is certainly when they want to do it.
So Soma going to come back to pass. Soma does have a man, and Soma throws a great ball. That going to be complete to Colin Lashinsky. And, man, Lashinsky just had to stick his arms out. Soma put that right on him. That is a huge game for the Trojans and a 1st down.
Maybe a little bit of an apology there after knocking the interception away. Wanted to make sure he gave him another chance to catch a ball, and that's exactly what Lashinsky did. But I'll tell you what, that ball from Soma was perfectly placed over that outside shoulder, fell right in to the spot it needed to be, and it is 1st and 10 from the 38, under 10 minutes.
Soma back to pass again, this time under pressure. He's going to set up a screen to Smith, and Smith really had nowhere around him. I'm surprised. He had a lot of green. It was lucky the Knights were able to tackle him. Tell you what, it was close to an illegal man downfield for North Pocono. It looked like they had a handful of linemen considerably far downfield before Soma let that ball go, but no call from the refs. They're letting the boys play.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. By the time Smith had the ball, he had just no one in front of him. Like either team, there was a wide open lane there. Scranton closed it pretty quickly, but not until Smith is able to bring it to 2nd and 5.
So here we go. Soma will work under center. Now he's got an I formation behind him. Smith is the far back, and that's where the carry will go. Smith to his left. Lots of running room here for Smith, and that is another first down. I'll tell you what, Smith is really, he's running well, but he gets that ball, and all he has to do is kind of take a couple steps, and he's already got 5 yards. There's a ton of room in front of him. Scranton might want to think about changing something up here.
Well, as they said, Xavier Steinrock, that 6'6", 330-pound lineman, getting him off the line and moving in the right direction is going to be a big lead blocker for Smith. 1st and 10 from the 25.
And that's going to be a quick little counter trap to the fullback up the middle. I think that was Corey Isley. And Isley with a nice run set up a 2nd and 3 here for the Trojans as they now are inside the red zone. If this was NFL, Siciliano would take over first and he would talk. If you watch the NFL red zone.
Yeah. I don't know. I got the reference. It was.
You're going to say it wasn't that good. It was pretty good.
No, it was. I wasn't going to say it wasn't that good. I thought it was a great reference.
But I screwed it up by talking about it. This is Smith now with a first down run. He's going to get tackled at the 11-yard line. And it'll be another first down for the Trojans. Again, Smith imposing his will, running the football as he looks good.
Again, now inside the 15. And Scranton just doesn't seem to have the answers yet for Smith.
They need a big play here, like a turnover. Something big would really help the Knights out here, get themselves revved up and just kind of turn the field. Anything they could do to keep North Pocono out of the end zone would be huge here. Looks like the Knights going to bring on a blitz. And this will be a run to Smith. And
6 or 7.
Kind of able to sneak, right by the blitz and get another handful of yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 here from the 5-yard line.
Guys, I talked earlier. This big offensive line. Other than the one pass, it's all been all on the ground. They've so far been imposing their will on Scranton's defense.
Yeah, they absolutely have. And one of the things I've noticed, too, and Kevin, you could probably see it from down there, is they almost let Scranton get some pressure from the ends when they're running up the middle because it helps them to open that up. Again, with number 78, Xavier Steinruck, that tackle there just creates some space in the middle. As Scranton collapses from the edges, all of a sudden there's a nice lane for Smith to take it straight upfield. That's what they did on that 7-yard run on first down. Brings up 2nd and 3 here from the 5-yard line. Again, Scranton's back against the wall.
Yeah, my guy Steinruck, he is having a nice night tonight. He's probably going to treat himself maybe a nice steak after the game. You got to feed the beast, you know?
Yep, I do know.
And you said it best, Adam. It's almost like patient running. They wait for those holes to open. It's not just right through. But slowly developing plays, but they're working.
Yeah, and this is a similar spot, too, to what we saw last time, is Smith ran the ball, and then they made a quick throw out to the side, and on that first touchdown, a diving play over right at the pylon. So, again, they could always change it up. They kind of lull you to sleep with this Sam Smith running, but they are dangerous in the air as well, as we saw to start this particular drive.
So Soma going to step under center. Smith is the far back in the I formation. Soma going to take the snap. The fake is to Smith. And Soma rolling to his left. He does throw to the end zone. That pass falls incomplete, intended for number 44, Ty Lefebvre. And that was a nice throw from William Soma. He really put it right on him, just unlucky there, unable to pull that one in on Lefebvre.
Yeah, it seemed like it went just a little too long. Lefebvre had a little bit more room to make the catch, and then as it progressed, Scranton was able to close that gap a little bit and put some pressure on the receiver. But a nice little play brings up 3rd and 3 from the 5.
Here we go, 3rd down in a bunch formation here. They're definitely running the ball, and this is going to be Smith. The ball is going to be blown dead here, and looks like North Pocono
for the snap.
North Pocono able to take a timeout, and luckily for North Pocono, or Scranton took the timeout. When it looked like Scranton had him wrapped up in the backfield, they almost able to pull up a 4th down. Obviously not comfortable with that set. North Pocono came out with a packed line and 3 guys in the backfield. So Scranton definitely wanted to talk it over a little bit and prepare themselves a little better for that play.
Yeah, that was one of those where if you could have it back, you might want it, because they did wrap them up pretty tightly right at the line of scrimmage. But again, Coach Schumbrace and the defense is going to talk about it, make sure everybody knows what they need to do here. As Ben said earlier, trying to prevent this from becoming a 3-score game in the 2nd quarter.
And again, I mean, you have to look at it. You think about where they are right now. They were bending. If they could get 2 more stops here and turn the ball right back over, they're not in bad shape. It has been to this point. It seems like all North Pocono, but don't forget, Scranton had a great drive offensively last series. If they could keep them out of the end zone, they could really go into halftime, maybe only down 1 score. Again, a lot's going to have to happen on these next 2 plays. We'll see what the future holds. Looks like they have a similar formation as to last time, and this is going to be a pass, and Soma is going to move to his right. He will throw, and that is complete to Corey Isley for another North Pocono Trojan touchdown. So I'm assuming, I know I wasn't, not expecting to throw the ball out of that formation, but North Pocono, they are going to line up like that. They're going to move to their right and throw the ball in, and just really well executed. Nice play and another nice score for the Trojans.
And again, kind of what we talked about earlier, misdirection, where we expect that run from Smith, and instead they roll this way and find Corey Isley for the touchdown as they extend the lead to 19 and now 20. So 6:45 remaining in the first half, and North Pocono up 20-0 over your Scranton Knights.
Yeah, definitely a tough start for the Knights. Not ideal, not where you want to be. Definitely still a lot of game left. Only 6:45. So still time to score this half, and really kind of keep it going, keep those hopes alive. There's been some bright spots that we've discussed, so you don't want to give up on it yet. How are things down there on the sideline, Kevin? Everybody seem revved up. Are we still ready to go, or they kind of need a little bit of fire?
They still got a little fire under here. They know there's still a lot of time left in this game, but like you said, North Pocono's line has been gashing them with the run down here. But that was a little nice play action pass there almost from North Pocono to get in the end zone there.
Yeah, agreed. They executed that well. So again, we'll see what the Knights have in store. Again, this is going to be another kickoff from Jordan Carr.
Let me tell you, the very small amount of fans that are here are making noise down here.
Yeah, getting a little hostile down there. Or are we okay?
They're getting revved up. Well, you know what? That's might be what Scranton needs.
So far, we're still okay, but we'll check back later.
Does look like there's a full moon tonight. The moon does look good, Kevin. I don't know if you could see the moon, but if you get a chance, take a look over the top of the bleachers there. It's a good-looking moon tonight.
No, he can't see the moon from where he is, Ben.
Now, do you see it has to be like that? I just didn't know if his angle, I didn't know where it was going to be.
His angle.
Now, do you see that? You see, I feel like we were being great all night. We're having a nice time, and now you're going to start with this stuff.
Be quiet, boys. We still got a little bit to go.
Yeah, Kevin, by the way, we didn't tell you this, but you're going to have to pick a side, and I already know where you're going.
So one thing I'd like to see from Scranton here is just kind of play within themselves, relax a little bit, get a couple positive plays, start to get that back. Don't try to do anything that big. Just get a little bit of rhythm, try to get your feet under you, and then start to just click away at it. There's a whole half of football plus. So if they could get some positive yards here to start this particular drive, that alone, I think, would start to reset this a little bit.
So this is going to be Thompson returning this kick. Thompson able to get the ball up to, looks like the 30-yard line, maybe just short of the 30. And we'll see, again, what Scranton could get going.
And Jordan Carr was down there, kicked the ball off, and then made the tackle for North Pocono, and he was pumped about it. So 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 30-yard line. People are asking about my extra long mask here, too. This is custom made.
I was hoping that this was going to get brought up.
Custom made to cover the beard.
It's a custom made kite that you could, you know, if it was a nice windy night, we'd go out and fly it.
It's kind of, it looks like Smalls' hat from.
Wait, show the. Well,
yeah, they saw it. I turned. Way ahead of you, Ben. So to protect the beard.
And this is going to be a run up the middle here for Scranton. That's Nasir Green, and Green with a big chunk play tonight, trying to give the Knights a little bit of fire and get them revved up and ready to go. 1st down for Scranton.
Yeah, so right off the bat, 14-yard for Nasir Green, and that's exactly it. Again, just get a couple of these plays, get your guys to go out there and do what they do and start to turn this game back around in the right direction.
So Chandler, again, will work out of the gun. He's going to take the snap, and again, Green will get the call. Green going to make it out to the 47-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Ball came out, guys.
The ball, looks like the ball did come out. North Pocono is saying they have it. No call yet from the field. Looks like Scranton, again, will retain the ball, so it's going to be 2nd down now for the Knights.
So a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Green going to come out. Thompson going to come back in. Clock at 5 minutes and 35 seconds, but I didn't have to tell you that. You already knew.
I know. That's what I'm trying not to do it.
That was one of our talking points last year.
Filled a lot of time.
Thompson is going to get across the 50 now and bring it into Trojan territory. Set up a 3rd down, and what looks like it'll be 3 yards here. See what the Knights decide to do. They are running the ball well between Green and Thompson. See if they go back to the run here. Maybe they try to throw it. Chandler is going to work under center. They're going to do a sneak with Chandler. I think they tried to catch North Pocono kind of sleeping there, not ready for it. They are going to get a couple yards, but not enough for a 1st down. And it will be 4th down and looks like 1. It is a decision for Scranton, but I kind of think this point where you're at, probably want to go for it here with 4th and a yard to go.
Yeah, it looks like it's just under a yard. Again, North Pocono did a nice job because Scranton got to the line quickly, and Arvell took that snap, tried to get past that line to gain, but North Pocono's defensive line does turn them away and brings up 4th down.
Rodrigo Salazar checking in, Devin Gillette checking out. See what they decide to do here. Now Scranton going to take a timeout, talk this one over again. They were, when they came out, they were lined in the gun again on a 4th and 1, so we'll see, you know, what they decide to do here. If they're going to change it up, maybe they were trying to see what kind of look defensively North Pocono was going to give them, but they're going to talk it over again. Again, big 4th down here.
Yeah, and Scranton takes their final timeout of the half. 4:16 remaining. So they're going to make sure everybody knows exactly what they need to do in order to.
Why don't you say hello to the people at home? Show them the
hello.
Show them the napkin you have on your
Right,
face here as a nice mask.
Listen, what happens is normal ones, the beard pushes out. It looks ridiculous. So this was
Yeah,
custom
you're right.
made for me.
Normal ones do look ridiculous.
Boom.
That looks much better. What's nice about that,
Thank
too,
you.
is you wear it, you could protect yourself, and then if you go outside, you could lay it down and have a picnic on it.
Yeah, it's a shelter as well as a mask. Listen, Boy Scout, got it all covered.
You have to have it going on. Kevin, how you doing down there? You got to say something. You got to save us up here.
Picnics, that's what I was hearing about. we got a big 4th and 1 right here.
Big time 4th down, Kevin. We'll see what the Knights have in store as they are back out, lined up, and ready to roll. Knights will go out of the shotgun here. This is Chandler. Running back is Green. He will get the call. Green does look like, boy, he does move to his right. It looked like he had a little bit of room. He is able to get across that line to gain, though, does pick up the first down.
Yeah, North Pocono closed quickly, but Green just lowered his shoulder and made sure to get ahead just enough. And he does get to the 45, and that's going to be a first down for the Knights inside North Pocono's half of the field.
And I'm going to tell you this, between Green and Thompson, the Knights have a nice little thunder and lightning thing going on. So, definitely a bright spot for them. We'll see if they're able to utilize that a little bit more and perfect that, and help themselves out. That's another run from Green. Looks like he'll pick up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
So, again, a nice little sustained drive here from Scranton as well.
Right, and I think they're doing what they want to do here. Ideally, if you're Scranton, you want to score, but you want to keep your eye on that clock and not give North Pocono any time whatsoever. And they are doing that just now as the clock's at about 3 minutes, 10 seconds on this 2nd and 7. Chandler out of the shotgun. He will step back, and this is going to be a handoff again. This is Thompson. Thompson with some room, and Thompson tackled right on that line to gain. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 1. I tell you what, I know I just said this, but it looks like Thompson and Green, they have a nice thing going. They're coming in and out, and it's like they're competing against each other. Look what I could do. No, look what I could do. And all in all, it's really helping the Knights out because they're both fresh coming in and out, and they are both A-plus backs.
Yeah, and they look great on this drive. Again, and whenever you can get that competition, it's going to make both players better. So I'm sure that's what the coaching staff is hoping for. As they seem content bouncing back and forth between the two.
Yeah, and it's going to keep them both fresh, too. This is now Green, and Green going to take the ball. He will get across the 35-yard line. He will have another Knight first down as the clock will stop momentarily at 2:18 to reset. Remember, Scranton does not have any timeouts.
Guys, looks like Nasir Green is down for Scranton right here.
Yeah, which is just heartbreaking. It's hopefully it's not serious. A lot of times, first game of the season, you see cramping. That's always an issue with hydration and being ready to go. But that usually it's really hot out then, right? It's usually the last week in August. So hopefully that's all we're looking at is a cramp, as the Knights really, really want to make sure that they keep Green in this game.
Well, especially when you consider that he ran the ball right in the middle there, was able to get up and get out here. So I certainly hope that it was a cramp because he moved it about 20 yards towards the sideline before he actually went down. So hopefully he is all right as everyone on the field takes a knee, but he is up now.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what they were doing. It looks like they were stretching him out, so hopefully we'll get him. They'll get him hydrated up and get him ready to go, get him back in there.
Yeah, you guys just said it best. Probably looks like one of those week 1 cramps that we see every year.
Yeah.
So here we go. Again, it is going to be first down now. Ball is spotted at the 34-yard line in North Pocono. Scranton on a nice drive thus far. Chandler is out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And he will take the snap. He's back to pass. This is going to be a sweep pass out to Thompson. And Thompson, unable to get anything, going to lose a bunch of yards. That's the 2nd or 3rd time Scranton's tried that sweep pass, and it just does not seem to be working the way they want it to, as North Pocono does have some great pursuit defensively, and they definitely put themselves in a hole.
Yeah, A.J. Ambrosecchia was the guy that got in there to make the tackle on Thompson. And again, right off the end, was able to wrap him up. Big loss on the play.
So here we go now. Thompson going to take the run again, and now this is a big run on a nice counter play. So Thompson loses, looks like he lost 10, and then on this play he gained another 15. So all in all, Thompson does get him back into a 3rd and more manageable situation.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 7 here as we are under 2 minutes, approaching 1 minute.
Chandler taking the snap now back to pass. He is under pressure, needs to get rid of the ball. He loses the football. Ball is now picked up by the Trojans. That's Damian Howe, and no one is going to catch Howe. And in an unbelievable turn of events, the Knights are going to fumble, and Trojans are able to pick it up and return it all the way back and score another touchdown tonight. That is a heartbreaker. Just a very positive offensive drive for the Knights. Chandler definitely felt the pressure moving to his left, didn't realize that the pressure was that close to him, unable to get away and loses the ball.
Yeah, and I think that pressure was so tight that he felt like he couldn't turn and throw the ball with his right arm. So just kind of got stuck, and unfortunately does get it stripped away and easily picked up and taken down the sideline. Puts 6 more on the board as we are at 103, and North Pocono extends the lead to 26.
As this kick is up and is good. Again, as we said, 1 minute left in the first half. North Pocono now with a commanding 27-0 lead after a 65-yard scoop and score. And Scranton definitely has a lot of work to do. Again, we've seen a lot of bright points, especially offensively. They've done well on their previous, 2 to 3 drives. They're getting something going, but just unable to sustain it the whole way and get some points.
And that's a backbreaker, guys, that last play right there. He looked like you said, he looked like Chandler was just trying to get rid of the ball. The pressure was there, and Damian Howe picked it right up and ran down the sideline. And on a drive where they were moving the ball, they were running the ball well with Green and Thompson.
Yeah, that was everything they needed to do. They wanted to, I'm sure they wanted to just have possession, get some quality plays off. We're getting that from the running backs. Then they had a cramp, and then all of a sudden on that third down, just absolute disaster as the ball is knocked away. North Pocono picks it up and takes it for 6. So Scranton is going to receive the kickoff. This time again, we'll see what Jordan Carr has in his leg. The wind's kind of died down, but he was with the wind in the first quarter. Now we're going to see him punt against, or kick against, excuse me.
Did you notice how I didn't attack you like you would have attacked me?
He didn't have time because I corrected myself.
Yeah, well.
Because unlike you, I know when I'm wrong.
So here we go. Scranton will return this one now. Moving to the left, looking for a seam here. And going to be stopped right at the 25-yard line.
So again, a shorter kick there, taken out to the 26-yard line.
I think that was Nate Cobley. I was trying to get a number. It's tough to pick up the numbers, but I do believe that was Cobley on the return.
No, I think it was Thompson. Cobley, I think Cobley just went in. They might be switching to Cobley at quarterback.
Okay.
I saw Cobley getting some warm-up throws on the side here. Yep. Kevin, can you give us any enlightenment?
Adam, you're right. Scranton is making a quarterback change. Number 16, Cobley, is taking over quarterback.
Again, you see the difference?
What?
I know when I'm wrong.
I didn't realize I was wrong.
Right, and I do. No, I agree.
You obviously don't know you're wrong that you're wearing a 10 on your face. Okay, and that is it looked like it was going to be a little end around to Devin Chalette, but going to be blown dead. I think there was some kind of illegal motion or someone moved early on Scranton's part.
Ben, this will make you happy. I got a nice view of the moon now over the bleachers.
How does it look? Doesn't it look nice?
It looks awesome.
I told you it was going to look nice. You know what you should do? Maybe when you do your report, you can do a nice backdrop there. They can get the camera on you. You could say something nice.
About the moon?
Well, about whatever, but it's a nice backdrop, Adam. See, that's the thing. You don't know anything about scenery. See, I know about scenery. You don't understand scenery like I do.
Kevin, Ben would like you to climb to the top of the far bleachers and then have the camera on the track, and then we'll get the moon in the background.
Maybe at halftime I'll dart over.
There you go.
So let's see what Cobley does, again, as he checks in. Nate Cobley, the junior quarterback. And his first play will be a handoff to Green. And Green making some moves to his right. It looked like he ran a long way, but he really didn't get too far. Looks like maybe 5 yards, and he'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage and set up a 2nd and 10.
And we should mention that scrimmage, there were a couple injuries I know Coach Shumbrace mentioned Josh Cohen was hurt, I think his knee. And he was looking forward to him. Coach Shumbrace said he had a great offseason. You could see him on the sideline in crutches now. So that certainly helps this defense when he's at 100%. And also Donato Stepney out with a shoulder injury, if I'm not mistaken.
So this is another little end-around counter play for Scranton. This one not much doing here. Maybe 2 yards, and that'll end the half.
Our guy, before we sign off for half, our guy Jake Finnerty wants you to, in the second half, talk about the beautiful weather. He said that was his go-to last year. So we'll have to make sure. We'll discuss what you could say about the weather when we come back. But for now, that is one half of play in the books here at Penn Fed Field at Veteran Memorial Stadium. Again, the Knights down 27-0 versus North Pocono. We'll pause for halftime. We'll be back shortly with the second half here from Penn Fed Field. I'm Adam McCormick, joined by Ben the Mad Dog Monahan and Kevin McConaughey on the sideline tonight. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Gotta change the battery on that. Outside. Do we go inside or rip that? Absolutely.
Please welcome the Scranton Knights Marching Band. Let's have a big hand for the Scranton Marching Band, Color Guard, and Miss Knight. Testing, testing.
Welcome back to Penn Fed Field, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of this Friday night football game between the North Pocono Trojans and the Knights of Scranton High School. And the first half was all Trojans as they lead the Knights 27-0 in this first game of the 2020 season.
Yeah, Adam, as you said, it wasn't a great first half for Scranton. Definitely not the way they wanted to start out the season. They did have a couple bright points. They had a couple nice offensive drives, a couple nice plays defensively. But overall, as the score says, North Pocono really proved to be just a little bit too much for them to handle in that first half. Hopefully, they're revved up and they're going to turn it around here in the second.
Yeah, and certainly one thing that's going to be tough here is North Pocono will receive the ball to open. We're going to throw it down to Kevin to bring us in as Scranton looks to kick off here.
Looks like we're not getting any audio from Kevin. Obviously, we'll fix that. We'll get it going on as you watch a big return now from North Pocono will come out. That was Corey Isley, and Isley able to return the ball out to the 45-yard line. We'll check back with Kevin again and see if we can hear him.
Calvin Campongsa on the stop for Scranton. Again, a nice start to the second half from North Pocono. Out to the 44-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10.
So here we go. Soma is going to work out of the shotgun. He will take the snap, and he's going to throw to his left. That pass is going to be complete to Dan Smith. Smith able to corral in the pass, but unable to really do anything with it. And as he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd and 10.
And Scranton looked a little fired up on that first play there. I'm sure the coaches were trying to get them riled up at halftime, trying to get them to play a little bit more sharp in this second half. And right there, they did just that as that play goes nowhere, 2nd and 10.
Soma under center. This will be the give to Smith. Smith still on his feet, running hard as he's able to miss or make the first few guys miss, and he has a first down out across the 35, and the Trojans are on the run again.
A couple guys had a shot at him, but Smith is such a strong runner that he's able to just lower that shoulder and bounce to the outside, and a great gain for North Pocono.
Looks like the officials are going to stop the clock here real quick. They'll take a timeout themselves. Maybe have a water.
Yeah, I think it looks like might be Slavinsky has to tie his shoe.
Got a shoe untied. See, that's why I go with Velcro.
Is that why?
Well, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Then I can't bend over and reach the laces.
There it is.
Okay, so Soma going to go under center. Two receivers to his left. He does have an I-back formation with Smith in the backfield. Scranton showing blitz. They will bring some heat here as Soma moves to his left. He did have a man on the bootleg, but just out of reach for number 34, Tib Toy. And Toy unable to come down with that one.
Guys, what I was saying down here before the half start is that Scranton was fired up on the sideline. I heard Coach Shumbray say in the huddle before that we're not dead yet. There's still a long way to go in this game. Let's see if they can get step up here on defense.
Yeah, and they did just that. Pressure into the backfield, forced a quick throw, and does fall incomplete. That was probably the best pressure they've had on the quarterback.
Oh, and
ball's out.
The ball is out. Not sure if Scranton was able to get on it. Now it's going to be recovered by Smith. North Pocono. I'll tell you what I would do if I was North Pocono, though. I'd give the ball to Tib Toy every time. It's a fun name to say.
I was thinking, I hope they go at him again because Tib Toy. I thought A.J. Ambrosecchia was a fun one to say, but then
I would have just said A.J. So here we go now. Soma will work out of the gun. 3rd and long here. One of the first of these tonight for the Trojans. And this will be a draw to Soma. Soma moves to his left, but he is tackled for a short gain. And this will bring up a 4th down for the Trojans. Now, 4th down and long is usually a punting situation, but where they are on the field, you would think they're probably going to come out and try to do something here. So here we go. The Knights could really get a lot of momentum with the turnover on downs.
And it looked like Soma was going to have more room to run there. But I think it was Kim Fong, so it was a number 8 that came in and just made a great tackle there.
Yeah, it was a great pursuit angle. He came in real quick, wrapped him up, and brought him down. So here we go. Soma is back to pass. He's going to throw the ball over the middle. It is complete, but the Knight defense does hold strong as it is complete to Ryan Dolphin, but he does not have enough for a 1st down, and the Knights will retake over on downs. Really bright spot for the Knights defense, one of the first of the night, and Scranton will see if they can get something going.
And you heard the Knights team there, and they are certainly hyped up on that stop. Forced the turnover on downs. I believe it was Devin Gillette with the great tackle there after the completion. Going to be first and 10, for the Knights. 9-14, their first offensive possession of the second half. Let's see if they can get something going there as well.
And if you're the Knights, that's just what the doctor ordered to start the half. And it was Devin Gillette who was tackled Dolphin there, and the sideline was fired up down here.
Yeah, Kevin, you're down there in the mix.
So here we go. Cobley now will work out of the shotgun. See what he does. He's going to give the ball to Green. And Green is going to get bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might have snuck out and got himself a yard. Will be 2nd and 9 for the Knights. And here's what you have to remember. For the Knights here, when you're down 27-0, you're not going to get it all back in one play. If you're going to come back, it's going to take a play after a play after a play. And, what they had to do is they had to stop North Pocono on the first drive, and they did it. You could check the box in the positive column there. Hopefully they can get something going offensively.
Yeah, and we talked about that in the last possession of the first half, is that they're not going to break off a 70-yard run here or anything like that. They want to develop their offense, get a couple good plays under their belt, start to feel a little bit of that confidence.
So here comes Thompson. Thompson trying to get around the edge, unable to do so. He'll pick up another yard or 2, and it will bring up a 3rd and long for the Knights. Yeah, and you have to remember, too, you go back to that right at the end of the half. It is 27-0, but really, I mean, the Knights were on the move. It was an unfortunate play that gave the Trojans that extra 27 instead of, 20-0 obviously is still tough, but 20-0 sounds a lot better than 27-0.
Yeah, and just a couple bad plays at the end there, tough plays for the Knights, capped off by that fumble and return for a North Pocono touchdown.
So here we go. Cobley going to take the snap. He's moving to his left. He is under pressure, but he did find a seam. He's going to run, and he will have a 1st down for the Knights as he's tackled very close to midfield.
That's a great run. About 13, 14 yards there for Cobley. And all of a sudden, he turned on the jets. It looked like he was coming to this near sideline and then cut it upfield and was off in a hurry. Got out just past the 45-yard line. And a great play for Cobley.
Yeah, Cobley's showing he is quick. He looked very quick slicing through the defense there. Cobley does take the snap. The give is to Green here on a little read option play. Green finds a seam almost going to get a first down, but it does look like there is a flag on the play. It's a hold against Scranton, and that one's coming back. Again, and this has been really the tale of the night here. The Knights do a couple great things and then somehow manage to kind of shoot themselves in the foot and hurt themselves. That was a great run. Going to bring them into North Pocono territory, and that hold will hurt them and bring it back a considerable amount.
Also, I think Cobley has the Jordan cleats, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see that. Maybe Kevin could weigh in on that if he's
Kevin,
seen the
update
cleats.
us. Are they the Jordan cleats?
They are the famous Jordan cleats, as seen in The Last Dance.
There you go. See? You see? Yeah,
I didn't know
see
Michael
them?
Jordan wore cleats on the basketball court.
Yeah, that's how he jumped so high, I think.
So Cobley going to step back to pass. He will try another sweep now. This one not great. Definitely better than the last couple sweeps that they've run, but really that play has not worked well for Scranton tonight. I know they have some big hopes for that, but North Pocono doing a nice job defending that.
Yeah, so Cobley was able to complete the pass there, but North Pocono able to compress that short side of the field and able to take it upfield nowhere, a couple yards at best. Remains second and about 16, 17.
Cobley takes the snap. This will be a give to Thompson. And Thompson tackled after a 3-yard gain. It'll be third and long. You know, it's tough when you get put in that situation because obviously the bread and butter for the Knights offensively, what they've really had going has been that thunder and lightning combination of Thompson and Green. But, you know, when it's first and that long, you kind of have to go to the air. You end up in these situations here on 2 quick run stops. It's third and very long and a tough position to put Cobley in.
Yeah, so we haven't seen any big throws from Scranton. And that's what they're going to need here, or they're going to need to break a big run because they are looking at third and 14. As the officials meet in the middle of the field for a quick discussion.
It looks like it's something with the clock. I heard Scranton's coaches saying something about the clock.
Oh, I thought they were discussing the Jordan cleats.
Yeah, are they legal? Because he's playing really well with those on. So they did reset the play clock, and both clocks start now. Again, third and 14 for Scranton from their 42-yard line.
Cobley will work out of the gun. Going to take the snap. He's looking to his left out. He will run this one. That looked like it was a designed run call. There was a nice hole opened up, but just unable to get it done there and come up with a first down. It's 4th and 10, and where they are in the field, I think the Knights are going to have to go ahead and punt this thing away. And again, it's unfortunate because if you remember, they probably would have had a 2nd and 1 from the Trojan side of the 50-yard line, but that holding penalty always very costly and always hurts offensive drives.
A much better punt this time as it's taken at the 20-yard line. A nice return from, I believe it's number 3, Colin Lashinsky. Takes it up to about the 33-yard line where North Pocono will start their second drive of the second half. 4:43 remaining in the third quarter. Again, Scranton was able to stifle their first drive, something they struggled to do in the first half. So they'll see if they could do it again.
Yeah, here comes Soma stepping under center. Does have Smith in the backfield. Looks like he's dying to get the ball in his hands and eat up some more rushing yards. And, I mean, there you see it. Scranton, they didn't do a bad job defending that play, but like it's nothing. It's like he falls forward. He's going to get himself 5 yards. And in 2nd and 5, you know, it sounds trivial, but 2nd and 5 is such a big difference from, 2nd and 7. I mean, the playbook is wide open when you can get 5 yards on first down every time easily.
So it looks like we have another cramp. That's Sam Smith. And you could see that he was walking over, and then all of a sudden his leg kind of gave out to him. I would imagine that's certainly a cramp as the trainers come out to tend to that. And as Ben said, usually we're used to this in late August, early September as they get back into the football season, the warmer weather, and the kids aren't quite used to this really hard-nosed, grinded-out game. And they start to cramp up. But here we're seeing the same thing happen on a very mild night. But again, with the effort that Sam Smith has put in so far in this game, I'm not very surprised.
Yeah, you know what you do in these situations, Adam? You got to get your fluids. You get a little Gatorade. Bananas are very helpful for cramps.
Yeah.
You know what they used to do way, way back when? I'm sure you know this, but they used to have pickle juice on the sidelines. Were you aware of that?
No, is that
and the
true?
salt and the pickle juice used to retain the water.
I always wondered. You never liked contact, so I did wonder why you wanted to play football. It's just you were eating the pickles, and then
Exactly. They needed me to
Yeah.
eat the pickles. I had to clear the jar, and then
Ben,
then
finish that jar of pickles for us.
That's a terrible thing to say. I feel like I'm trying to enlighten. I'm trying to bring the facts. And again, here you go. You're going to turn it on me heavy.
Of all the things I've said, I mean, that's not the most terrible.
Kevin, what's your take on that? Would you like a glass of pickle juice if someone offered it to you right now?
If I was cramping up, maybe, if that's what it works.
All right, Kevin, we're going to need you to sprint up and down the sideline until you start to cramp up. Let's see if this pickle juice thing actually is true.
I should ask coaches if they have pickle juice on the sidelines, maybe.
Yeah, I would probably stay away from asking the Scranton coaches that for the time being.
Now, I would like to just do a disclaimer real quick, too. I could be way, way off on that, but I'm pretty sure that's a real thing.
Yeah, no, I think I've heard that as well from you 30 seconds ago. So, again, a nice run there from North Pocono as they move the sticks once again. First and 10 from the 44 as we are under 4 minutes in the third quarter.
So it looks like Smith checks out. Michael Blaine now in at the running back position for North Pocono, but this play going to be blown dead before it starts.
So that's going to be against North Pocono. They're going to walk it back 5. So now first and 15 from the 39.
And again, Scranton could use this to build on. You know, if you get a stop here, got to assume North Pocono going to continue with that run game, try to kill some clock. Maybe a little blitz up the middle to kind of smother the run game a little, get another stop. Set up a second and long here could really help their cause defensively. So again, that is Michael Blaine. He's a sophomore running back, and he will get the call here. Blaine able to kind of dance his way around, and he is able to get, looks like 6-7 yards and set up a second and now what is going to be 9 to go for the Trojans. Nice run from Blaine.
Yeah, that was a nice run, and that's certainly what North Pocono is going to need from him if Sam Smith starts to cramp up. To come in and still be able to knock off 7 yards on first down is a great asset for the backup running back.
Officials are going to take it's going to be another stoppage here in play. Looks like a sideline warning. I believe that's what that is, a sideline warning against North Pocono. So again, that is Blaine in the backfield. Soma still under center. This will be a run up the middle to the up back. That's Corey Isley. And Isley not going to get much, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8, and it looks like it's Tib Joy time for the Trojans.
So again, Scranton really held strong last time on 3rd and 4th down, so they're going to try to do it again. 2:06 and counting. Soma runs in with the play.
And we have another stoppage in play here. This is going to be a timeout. taken by North Pocono.
So North Pocono takes their first timeout of the half.
And we are at Penn Fed Field here at Veterans Memorial Stadium on opening night on this beautiful Friday, October 2nd. The weather is beautiful there. You got a nice view of the moon out there. Look, we got a nice shot of the moon.
Oh, that is nice. You know, I apologize, Ben.
I know, it's nice. And again, you know, I would like to take a minute and just discuss the crisp in the air, okay? This is my favorite time of the year. It should be your favorite time, Adam. But,
Jake
you know,
Finnerty, he asked for it, and here it comes.
It does. It feels nice. Like I said, it's nice and cool. It's perfect football weather. It's not too cold, but it's cool enough you could kind of bundle up a little bit. You put the hoodie on.
Yeah.
You're not wearing gloves and hats yet, but it's right where it needs to be.
I'm with you. I mean, I'm a guy that sweats peeling an orange, so this is my kind of weather.
Right, exactly. So, you know, that, along with the beautiful moon we have going on, just a great atmosphere here, as always, at Penn Fed Field. A little more empty than we are used to, but definitely still a lot of electricity and fire. So North Pocono, after talking it out there, this is going to be a run from Soma, and Soma's going to move out. He's hit hard. It does look like this one is going to come back. Now, he was short of the line to gain, but I think it is going to be a holding call against North Pocono. And we'll see what – sorry.
No, you're good. I think that was Cam Fongsa again who got in there, made a nice tackle, but it was a hold against North Pocono, so it's going to move it back 10.
Yeah.
They're going to look at 3rd and 18.
Yeah, interesting decision, too. I mean, obviously, I really don't know. I'm just – you know, you look at both ways. If Scranton, you know, let that penalty go and declined it, it would have been 4th down. But, again, then it's 4th down from midfield. And, you know, with the ease that North Pocono's had running the ball, almost daring them to go for it and really kind of giving up an easy 1st down possibly there. So, hopefully the call does work out and Scranton able to get a big stop here and force an ultimate punting situation.
Yeah, and remember, something that North Pocono can always do is just tuck and run behind our guy Xavier Steinrock for 2 yards. It would have been 4th and 2.
All right. So here we go. This is a run to Isley. And Isley does get a handful, but he is stopped well short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th and what looks like 13 here in an immediate punting situation for Jordan Carr and the Trojans. Carr really hasn't had a busy night tonight. We haven't seen North Pocono punt much. He did kick a couple extra points, but not much punting. I think this is Thompson back deep for the Knights, and he's just going to let this thing go, and looks like the Trojans are going to be able to down it at about the 12-yard line. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what it was. It was kind of thrown immediate, whether it's a hold or maybe I don't know what it was. But
yeah, that was my guess, kind of on that runner down the far sideline is my assumption, but we'll see what the call is as Scranton's going to have the ball back here. As the 3rd quarter winds down. Yeah, and it was against Scranton. So they're just going to push them even deeper toward their own end zone. So Scranton's going to be starting from the 6-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 6. Again, I believe we're going to throw it down to Kevin between the quarter. He's down there. He's going to be with one of the senior members of the Scranton High School marching band. So looking forward to that in 31.3 seconds.
And this is going to be an end around for Scranton with a little bit of room here. Again, that was our playmaker tonight, Nasir Green, as he's able to pick up a handful of yards there and help the cause for the Knights offense. Looks like they will get themselves
and he cramped
a
again.
1st down.
He cramped again, looked to turn to go back, but it looks like a calf or something locked up on him.
Yeah, I feel like once it gets you the first time, I mean, there's only so much you could do to try to keep hydrated, to keep stretching it, but it's going to grab on you.
Yeah, especially when you've got dragging guys for 10-plus yards. It's certainly wearing on your muscles there, and that's exactly what it seems like it does. So hopefully he'll come out, get stretched out, and be back in there shortly. 12.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Will Walsh went in for Green.
So Cobley is going to work out of the gun here. Clock ticks to 10 seconds. Cobley does not have to snap it if he doesn't want to, but he will. And this will be a run up the middle to Thompson, and Thompson has a seam as he's able to run the ball all the way up to midfield. By far the biggest play offensively of the night for the Knights, and that will end the third quarter on a big run from Thompson.
Yeah, so a great run there. Nice coverage from Colin Lashinsky. The back for North Pocono was able to take a line and bring him down before he sprung it free. But what a way to end the third quarter, as we're going to throw it down to Kevin with a member of the Scranton Marching Band.
Adam, Ben, I'm here with Scranton Marching Knights senior band member Talia Conley. Talia, it's obviously been a really weird year. Band camp, I'm sure, has been a part of your guys' summer for a while. How is it different this year, and how grateful for you to still have it?
Well, normally we would have like almost a month long of practice, like every day for like 2-3 hours maybe. This year it's been one practice per week for like the last month, and it's been really rough because this year we don't move, so we just stand in place, and we've been having problems getting more members. So it's just been rough just trying to get people coming and doing practice like we used to.
I'm sure you guys are thrilled, though, that you still get to be here on Friday nights.
It's great. I mean, we love being here. It's just trying to get all this music in and practice in is really rough with how we're able to get here. So
I'm sure it is. Scranton Knights senior marching band member Talia Kami. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you. Congratulations to Talia and the Marching Knights on their first night out here this fall. So again, first down and 10 for the Knights. They're looking to go 50 yards and finally find that end zone.
Cobley will work out of the gun. That is Thompson in the backfield with him. Two receivers to his left, two to his right. And this will be another run to Thompson. Thompson looking for a space. Not much going there. He is able to pick up what looks like 2 yards. It'll be second and long here.
North Pocono did a nice job of closing down any gap that Thompson was able to find there. Not able to break much after that huge run to end the third quarter. Not quite as much to open the fourth. So again, Cobley in the shotgun. Handoff to Green this time. Goes outside. Cuts back in, upfield. Looks like he's going to be close. About 1.5 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 2. And I think at this point in the game, Scranton's just going to go. They want to make their way into the end zone. So whether or not they get the first down here, you got to assume they're going for that 4th down.
Scranton to the line quickly.
And this will be a sneak from Cobley. We'll see where the spot is. It looks like it's right at the line. Our near side here, a field official is saying that it is a first down. They do have enough. And the Knight offensive machine keeps turning. Turning or churning?
Probably you could get away with both, I think.
I'd say churning.
Churning. Thanks, Kevin. It's nice. I like when Kevin comes in. That's nice.
Yeah.
Kevin, it's nice to hear something positive. Usually I say something like that. Adam's got something negative to say, but it's nice when you come in.
I said you could say either. I don't know how that's
No,
negative.
I know that, but it's okay. And here we go. We have a nice long pass down the field.
It's got to be.
Cobley
held him up from coming back to it, didn't he?
Yeah, intended for Antonio Hairston, and Hairston does try to turn back to get it. The ball was well underthrown. Looked like there was a lot of contact, but not enough apparently to draw a flag from the officials. Could have been just both guys playing the ball there. It didn't look like he was purposely held up. We'll see.
Yeah, you said there was a lot of contact down here, but that ball was underthrown, so maybe that plays a factor in it too.
Yeah, well, you had the best angle on it, so that's what I was going to asked to throw it down to you, but Ben was too busy yammering.
Cobley does take the snap. This is a give to Thompson. I'll tell you what, Thompson's a very patient runner. I feel like he's always getting the ball. He looks like he's bottled up in the backfield, but he takes his time, finds a hole, and then kind of shoots through, and he's always able to pick up something. Very impressive job by Thompson.
Yeah, so, and you said it earlier, I think that the balance of the two runners is where they're going to find their groove, bouncing back between Thompson and Green. So they certainly have looked better in this second half.
Here at the bottom of the pile.
What happened there, Kevin?
So we have a flag at the bottom. Scuffle looked like there was a face mask on by North Pocono, which is going to give Scranton a first down.
Oh, wow. So moves even further into North Pocono territory as Scranton now with even better field position is going to be first down from, it looks like, the 22-yard line.
So here we go again. Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 22. Cobley going to come out, work out of the gun here. It looks like Green now, the back in the backfield. He's got a bunch formation to his right, one receiver to his left. He'll bring a man in motion, and this will be a run up the middle to Green. Green still on his feet across to the 15-yard line. Looks like he'll get about 7, set up a 2nd and 3 for the Knights. Knights inside the red zone now for the first time. Is this the first time we're in the red zone tonight?
I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah, so the Knights looking to kind of get something going. Definitely want to get some points on the board, and this is their best drive thus far of the night.
So again, and we mentioned it, they're getting into a groove. They're not trying to do too much, but they're breaking off these nice runs here and there. And you talked about how a nice run on first down sets you up. And we'll see if it works out for Scranton as Cobley rolls out.
And Cobley looks like he tries to get that ball away. He did try to throw it out of bounds, but it looks like they're going to get him for intentional grounding here. By the way, did you notice who put the pressure on Cobley?
Who put the pressure on Cobley?
That was number 34, Tib Joy.
Tib Joy.
Coming out of nowhere. Cobley does make a nice play, tries to get rid of the ball. Just really unable to do to put enough on it to get it past the line of scrimmage. Oh, no, it looks like they're going to wave.
Yeah, so that's what I think that there was a guy I think Charlie Thompson was in the area that the ball ended up going toward. It was a risky play from Cobley, but I did think he threw it toward Charlie Thompson, so maybe that's why they waved that off. Again, Kevin might have had a better angle at it. Kevin, any idea down there?
I think they're right. Charlie Thompson wasn't there. North Pocono's coaches were actually calling for a fumble there, but I think his arm was coming forward by the looks of it.
Yeah, I would agree.
And you don't realize how big of a play that was for Cobley. I mean, he was going to be tackled, looks like 10 yards back, and he's able to throw the ball away. That's a huge play.
Nice run here from Cobley as he cuts up the middle, gets to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a first down. So it's going to be first and 10. It looks like it's just going to be behind the 10-yard line. So first and 10 from the 11. So we're under 9 minutes.
And again, you go back to that play where he did throw the ball away. If he doesn't do that, they're unable to that play, as good as it wasn't going to convert for third down or to make a first down. It would have still been fourth down. So again, you go back to that, and that's a really, really heads-up play from the junior. Cobley going to work out of the gun here. He'll take the snap. This is going to be a run to Thompson. And Thompson is unable to get anything going. It looks like they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Again, Thompson running hard, but just every time he gets the ball, he's got guys all over him. He's really got to try to be patient and find his spot. That time, just nowhere to go.
So again, brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage right at the 11-yard line, it looks like, or maybe even the 12. So there is room for the Knights to get a first down here. And this will be Green on the sweep, and this play is not going anywhere. Green stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to go back to 3rd down and 10 for the Knights.
So it looked like number 58 was in on that tackle. Chris Krajewski ran right towards his end of the line and tried to cut it up, but he wasn't having it. 7.5 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Be interesting to see here if the Knights go to the air. And we will have a timeout on the field. North Pocono going to take a minute to call their defense over and talk about this big third down play. Again, they do lead the Knights 27-0 here with 7:24 remaining in the fourth, but they definitely want to keep that 0 up defensively, and obviously the Knights trying to get some points on the board.
And we're going to see if we can get Kevin to kind of sneak into that huddle, see if he can get any insight in what Scranton's going to try to do coming out of this timeout. North Pocono's second of the half.
Permitted that far out on the field during the game, but I think if you're Coach Shumbrace, you're drawing up a play here. It would create a lot of confidence for Scranton to get that goose egg off the board. It hasn't gone your way so far, but finding the end zone would definitely be a big factor for the Knights and send the Knight on a positive note.
Kevin, I say you run right out there. Put that microphone in Shumbrace's face, ask him what he's doing. He might tell you.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not willing to try it, I mean. But again, here it comes, so we'll see what Coach Shumbrace did draw up in that offensive play, although I believe that Coach Shumbrace is calling the defense this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we'll see. We haven't seen many passes from Cobley tonight. A lot of stuff has been, they've run the ball back and forth, and they've done a lot of little draws and maybe some sweep plays, so we'll see if they let him go to the air. They are, but he is going to take it himself. Not much going on there. He does get across the 10-yard line, but it will still be fourth down. Looks like they have 8 yards to go to make a first down. That first down marker is right just inside the 2-yard line. So, as we said, about 8 yards to go here for the Knights on fourth down if they want to convert here, or obviously they can go that extra 2 and make the touchdown on this play. We'll see what they decide to do here. And believe me, Adam, the game might seem a little out of reach here, but don't think that this play doesn't mean something to both sides. So Cobley is going to give the ball to Green. Green does get the ball up, and he is very close to that line to gain. I do think from where they have it spotted,
He's going to be short.
He's just short. How close is he, Kevin?
I think he's inches short, guys.
Kevin, go out there and ask him for a measurement.
Maybe later in the season we can get like those NFL Films mics that they put on the coaches.
Well, we'll work on it. We got to start somewhere. All in all, that was a great effort from Green, but just looks like he's not able to get that extra, what did we say, a couple inches to make a first down, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Knights.
And I think that highlights exactly what you said right before that play, is that it still means a lot to both teams. A great run there from Green, got very, very close, but then he was swarmed by North Pocono. None of the North Pocono guys assumed anybody else would make the tackle. Everybody participated in that to turn him away from that first down.
So here we go. This is a very tight bunch formation here for the Trojans, and this will be a run. Corey Isley, I believe, took that one. Not going to get too far, but he does get a couple yards. Kind of give them a little more breathing room. The ball will move across the 5-yard line now to be 2nd and 8 from what looks like the 7.
And one thing I'm really missing here, Ben, is the band on the other side. You kind of get the competing aspects of it, the marching units over there. And North Pocono, one of the best in the area. I know their marching units advisor, Mrs. Delpree, really brings it on Friday nights. I heard that she gave the pump-up speech before the game, which is why North Pocono came out as good as they did.
Yeah, right up. Absolutely. You got to love the battle of the bands. I will tell you this, though. North Pocono band, obviously always impressive. The Scranton Knight marching band tonight, I thought they were fantastic, too. They did a great job. They put on a nice show at halftime, along with the cheerleaders. They've been going all night. So really, all in all, it's been a great effort for the entire, Scranton Knight community and the whole squad.
Yeah, Talia was down there with Kevin earlier.
Guys, they're playing the Scranton Marching Band Classic. What does the Fox say right now?
Oh, look at you, Kevin. I'll tell you what.
Kevin, question, what does the Fox say?
Differing opinions on that.
Kevin's pretty good. You can't really catch him. He's pretty good. That is going to be what looks like another hard count from the Trojans. They do get the Knights to come across, and that'll result in a first down. Again, the Trojans have really done well with that tonight. That's, I believe, Adam, tell me if I'm wrong here, but that's the third time they've got Scranton to come across the line into the neutral zone and pick up a free 5 yards.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Which I was just as shocked as you were.
Again, and it's even more impressive to be able to execute that on a third down when, that hard count they come across. That'll give you that first down. And this will be a run. This is Blaine. And the sophomore able to pick up 2 yards for the cause. Be 2nd and 8 now. Clock now under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Looks like the Trojans are just trying to keep it ticking.
Yeah, they're going a little bit further down their depth chart, getting some of their guys some reps, some live reps here against Scranton.
Only the 5-game schedule this year. That's really important to maybe get some of the younger guys in games like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And, with just the way everything is going, you never know when the next guy is going to need to step up. Again, injuries, and every game counts so much. So you definitely have to have everybody ready. That's a great point, Kevin. And this will be a run from Isley. Isley carries it across the line to gain and picks up another first down for the Trojans.
So 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Again, under 4 minutes. North Pocono leads 27-0. Scranton does have 3 timeouts. North Pocono 1. $17 on the play clock. So North Pocono letting it come down.
Soma under center. This give is to the fullback. Not going to go anywhere. There is a flag on the play. Adam, do you know who ran that ball?
I don't.
Really?
No, I couldn't see it.
That was Tib Toy, my guy.
Tib Toy?
Tib Toy.
Does it all. He's a target passing, makes big plays defensively.
And we'll see what the call is. This is a face mask on the Knights. So even though defensively they're able to bottle up Tib Toy, he's going to go down and they're going to get a defensive penalty and really set them up. So now it's looking like 1st and 5 here for the Trojans.
Tib Toy is quite the utility tool for the North Pocono Trojans.
Now you're getting
what that's
crazy.
called?
Alliteration.
There you go. Look at you.
Not too bad
and
for
that
me.
is your lesson from Friday night.
That's not bad for me.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. A nice end-around reverse here for the Trojans. A lot of room
nice
for
stiff arm.
Lashinsky. Lashinsky still on his feet across the 50 and tackled out of bounds by Rodrigo Salazar. He's able to advance the ball into Scranton territory, and he's pushed out at the 46. We'll have a first down. Clock will stop with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this game. That's 157 seconds, by the way.
Nailed it. So another thing, Ben, we didn't talk about is the cheerleaders have their pink pom-poms. Some of the players have their pink gloves on. And already first game of the year, but it is into October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And you do that. Are they doing the Race for the Cure this year? Is it virtual?
I don't think. Whether they are doing it or not, I know that our team did not assemble this year for it just due to everything that's going on. But,
Okay,
obviously,
first of all,
always
you're not the Avengers, so relax with our team didn't assemble.
Well, we do have a team. No, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I feel like we have a team. We always have a nice showing, and it's a fun thing to get everybody together. So yeah, we are a team.
Well, I wouldn't say always because you're not doing it this year.
Well, it's due to this unprecedented time that we're in, Adam.
No, but you have. I've never shown up. You've invited me to it, and it sounds like it's a great time that you guys get going.
We do have a nice time, absolutely. It's a nice cause to get out and raise a little bit of money and just be around everybody and hear all the great stories of all the survivors and just, the great testimonials and remembering everybody. So, again, it is, as you said, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's nice to see the cheerleaders, and as you see the players with the pink on, too, it's nice to see that, nice to see the support.
So, again, 1st and 10 for North Pocono. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in the game. They do lead 27-0.
Soma under center. Blaine in the backfield. Ahead of him is Tib Choi. Blaine's going to get the toss to the right. And Blaine will advance the ball to the 42-yard line. Clock's going to tick to now under 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
2nd and 7.
Trojans do take their time here. Again, they are looking to just kind of continue to kill this clock.
So certainly a good start for North Pocono, trying to hold Scranton to a shutout and putting up 27 themselves.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. This, and not to take anything away from Scranton, I think at times they look good and they had some shining spots, but this North Pocono Trojans football team really, really looks impressive tonight. Kevin, I think you brought this up. Their line, they are big up front. They have a solid runner in Sam Smith. Soma threw the ball well. They look to play very, very well tonight. Obviously, they didn't give up any points defensively. It'll be interesting to see how they do moving through the rest of the season, the short season.
Almost a throwback Big Ten type football tonight. Not a lot of passes, a lot of runs, some hard hitting.
Yeah, that's a great call. A good, solid offensive line out in front of them. Good defense. Would remind you of a Big Ten style of team.
That's Lashinsky on the run, and Lashinsky able to pick up another first down for the Trojans.
And that's probably going to do it. Under a minute, 52 seconds left in this game. They do have a first down at the 34-yard line.
Looks like we will have to run one more play here with the way the play clock is.
So again, last year, Scranton was able to steal one from North Pocono with 0.9 seconds on the clock. Tyler White was able to score and take the win for Scranton. But this year, North Pocono having none of it as they came out quickly, got out to a big lead and kept it, as they are going to win this ball game 27-0 as they take a knee to finish. Again, there's that sportsmanship that you expect. As we'll throw it down to Kevin. Kevin, what do you think?
But you got a big game next week, so you got to regroup. They ran the ball a little well tonight. Well, some fumbles hurt them, but I know Shumbrays will have this team ready to go for this week. It'll be a good week of practice because I know they'll be amped up for next week, as will their opponent.
All right, so that is our first game from the 2020 football season. Again, Scranton ends up on the wrong side of it. North Pocono walks away with the win 27-0. I'm Adam McCormick, joined by Ben the Mad Dog Monahan and Kevin McConaughey. And we will see you next time here from Penn Fed Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Good night, everybody.